Respected S. Ansari sir, Director Lukmaan IAS, the respected faculty members of Lukmaan IAS, the management team, the accounts team, the IT team, reception team, and all our staff members from Lukmaan IAS. Today we are gathered here to observe an obituary for those young souls, for those candidates who have recently lost their lives. They are Miss Tanya Soni, Miss Shreya Yadav, and Nevin Dalwin. So now I will invite Mr. Raghuram sir to read out an obituary reference in their memory.
On the fateful evening of 27 July 2024, the basement of a prominent IAS coaching institution in Delhi's Old Rajinder Nagar, which housed a library, flooded, leading to the unfortunate death of 3 civil service aspirants. Ms. Tanya Soni and Ms. Shreya Yadav hail from Telangana and Uttar Pradesh respectively, while Mr. Nevin Dalwin belonged to Kerala. Death is sad when an old man or woman stops fighting the progression of age or disease. That at least is somewhat expected. Death is tragic when she steals from us someone who is very young and still had time. The 3 young students represented the beauty and charms of life, and they epitomized the aspirations of the youth. Their tragic and untimely death is of great shock to all of us. In this hour of grief, the director of Lukmaan IAS and the entire Lukmaan IAS family joins the parents and the loved ones of the deceased students in sharing this great loss. Our hearts are saddened by your loss, and our thoughts are with you, and we offer our heartfelt condolences. We pray to the Almighty to grant peace to the departed souls and strength and courage to the bereaved family and friends. Now I request the director sir and the members of Lukmaan IAS to rise and observe 2 minutes silence in the honor and memory of the young students.
All right. Having observed the 2 minute silence in the memory of those UPSC aspirants who have departed. So now I would like to invite Mr. S. Ansari sir, the director of Lukmaan IAS, to speak few words in memory of those departed souls.
We feel saddened by this incident, which should have not happened. If we all as humans remain very careful about whatever the things we do in our day-to-day life. No doubt death is inevitable, but not in the manner which we say it as unexpected. So as Raghu spoke in his message that when aged people die, so they die timely death. But when young people die, so it is something which, let's say that keeps striking in our mind, and this will continue for a very long time. We have heard in our society that fathers would never give his shoulder to their own children bereaved. मीन्स कि सबसे बुरा दिन एक पेरेंट्स के लिए तब होता है जब वो अपने ही बच्चे को कंधे देते हैं. दिस उनके लिए सबसे बुरा दिन होता है. सो द पेरेंट्स हु हैव लॉस्ट their children, so no matter how much we talk, we show our sorrow, it cannot bring their life back. But every such tragedy gives also opportunity. Human lives in slumber. कई बार हम इतने केयरलेस हो जाते हैं, इतने कैजुअल हो जाते हैं, इतने पैसिव हो जाते हैं that these unexpected things shake our conscience, shake us like anything, that we start even questioning being us as human. Are we capable of being called as human? Some incidents question being us as human. And this is how the 3 deaths which have questioned being us as human. Because I have also been living here for 20 years as a student, then teacher. We have never experienced, especially in coaching institutions, such type of incident. And we had somehow in our mind this kind of thinking, we do take care of students. We do take care some hygiene, some, let's say, ventilation, some this and that. But this incident has once again shaken us like anything. Do we really take care of students? The way many incidents may have happened in past, and they may have shaken the conscience of people. Like we had also Nirbhaya incident that shook the conscience of nation. Recently some stampede happened, let's say one Hathras incident, and again it shook the conscience of people. But then the question is, do we change? The biggest obituary will be that we should not repeat those kind of mistakes which resulted into deaths. Means certainly human cannot save deaths. Only God can do that. But if human does not apply efforts in saving deaths, so that I think even God cannot forgive. This. So after, let's say that going through pain of over 1 week of this incident, so many things have happened. Many students are protesting. Administration is being questioned in, let's say, High Court. So these things have given lots of, let's say that, pondering that whether we as an institution were really doing enough for the security of the students. This incident is going to democratize the coaching institutions sector. So far, we thought also, we felt even proud that we do teach of certain good quality. Our entire focus remained on quality of teaching. Then we felt proud that we teach so qualitatively, so we are doing justice to students. That was the thinking. And this incident has shaken us, especially that my thinking, does it matter which quality of teaching we have if we are not able to protect the security of the students, the safety of the students? Today, it does not matter to students, those who are protesting, those who are saddened, how good quality you teach. It does not matter to them. What matters to them is whether their life is at first place safe and secure. If life itself is not safe and secure, so what they will do of that quality of teaching? Certainly, we give our day in, day out, our heart and mind to maintain that quality of teaching. Students have also faith in us for last 13 years, but this incident seems to have broken even that faith. Many a time I feel that whether students can have faith in us henceforth. So that is how I feel, or we should feel, that the way in other sectors there have been efforts to democratize society, right? Henceforth there will be efforts to also democratize coaching institutions, especially from the perspective of rights of students. This money does not matter, fees does not matter, our efforts do not matter. This is how students are thinking. Many parents are also thinking the same. Even if I suppose as parent, if I think, so I will be also thinking in that way. Many parents think that if life is not safe and secure, they don't know exactly the ambience of Old Rajinder Nagar. They are not aware. No any cities, you can say, or any town or any, let's say, village people can understand the ambience of coaching institutions and the way students live, stay, prepare for their civil services, unless they belong to those preparation hubs. Be it, let's say, Delhi, be it Kota, be it can be anything. They may know about, those who are not aware, no any town, city has that kind of risky ambience. That even the students where they live in the room, I generally in class, my class, I teach sarcastically, I say, your room is just like if you raise your hands and let's say that expand your hand like this, it starts and it ends like this. And that room cost 15,000. Even that 15,000 cost cannot save or provide some proper ventilation or let's say hygiene or safety. So today the question is this, let's say that be it any institution is forced to think that does it have safety and security for students. Certainly the way buildings are constructed in our country, be it commercial building or any government building, no buildings can claim to absolutely adhere to the sub laws and rules of master plan. Yes, it's very difficult to adhere. Adhere in the sense that buildings are not constructed in that way. That will also change. That should also change. So, coaching institutions, especially we are going to democratize. We have to be democratized. We have to think about the interest of the students. Very basic things now they will start asking. It can be washroom. It can be stair. It can be, let's say, classroom. It can be ventilation. It can be fire safety. Anything they may start questioning. And they should question. That is called democratization. And that is how it should happen. And I think that focusing only on quality of teaching is not, let's say, that part of teaching now. Rather, we should also focus on safety and security of the students if we want to build trust between coaching institutions and students. This. But all these things still may not pay what we can consider, pay back to those parents, because loss is a loss. This, we can do everything, but we cannot bring back life of any person. That is a human limitation. Hence, what we will say is that to our entire team and myself also, I have been even shaken by the fact that even if we teach ethics, we teach polity, public administration, but still we have less democracy in us. As a human, I felt that we have less democracy in us. We need to have more and more democracy in us so that we can become better human. And you can think about the interest of safety of the students rather than only quality of teaching. Yes. And that is how gradually we will try to bring change in our institution from the safety and security perspective of students. And this is how we can pay homage to the parents, to the students, to the relatives, that we are also saddened and we are shaken. And we should take all those measures so that such types of incidents are not repeated. Just a token of support, we have announced already, you may have read that message. So we have announced, although no any financial support matters in such types of incidents, nor parents need those kind of help unless they are financially stressed. So as a token of help, we have announced 1 lakh each to students' families. Plus, there are students who may be studying in that institution, and since it is closed due to legal, let's say that aspects, so we have volunteered to help those students if they are willing, if they face that, they feel that their studies are getting disrupted. So we can help them free of cost if they want to join our institution in the courses, be it GS Foundation or be it Obstal. They can contact Mr. Jaidul and they can talk if they want. This, although again we'll say that this is just a token of gesture, you can say. But yes, we need to help those students because students have already, they may have completed certain level of their courses, they may have just started. Similarly, there can be mains students who are writing this year 2024 and they may have joined test series and other things. If they think that we can be of any help, we will help them free of cost for this mains 2024.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your obituary for the departed souls. And here I would like to add some points, especially from the viewpoint of the aspirants and students. Generally, students are coming to Delhi from various parts of the country. They are coming from remote areas. So these are the students who come with huge aspirations in mind, huge aspirations in their heart, and they are willing to put so much effort that they do not think that it is whether it is night or it is day. They come here to Delhi in search of knowledge, in search of guidance from the best teachers, from the institutions, and sometimes they face a lot of stress in terms of management of their financial resources. Sometimes they are constrained because of it. Sometimes they are under pressure there that like after 1 year whether they are going to qualify this exam or not. Many a times they are in a stressful situation, and because of a stressful situation they sometimes do not speak how they are feeling, what they are feeling. As an institution, as Ansari sir has said, that we try to provide best guidance to the students in terms of educational resources. Along with this, we have to also provide some kind of psychological support, emotional support for the students who are coming to get guidance from different institutions, different faculties. So in our institution also, Ansari sir has made it sure that like all the faculty members from the institution, the head of various departments, they are available to the students so that they can reach out to us if in case they need some support, if in case they need some guidance. If they are feeling stressed, they can talk to us. Many a times, like we have seen in the past also, sometimes students are so much stressed that they try to do suicide as well, which is, I mean, like a very extreme step that a person can take in his or her life. So as an institution, along with providing guidance and infrastructure, we will also provide mental support, emotional support to the students so that they feel safe and secure being in the institution, being part of a larger family. So I would again like to thank Mr. S. Ansari sir, Director of Lukmaan IAS, all the faculty members of the institution, and the management team and everyone for participating in this session. Thank you so much, everyone.